Guess it's you and me, Bob. Bob.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Rolling?
Who are you people anyway? I mean,
We're traveling musicians. We do a big Can we start by asking about the acoustic part of the set, which seems to be pretty big news on the Dead concert, and the approach, what it means?
We haven't...
yeah, why not? I mean, I don't mind, do you?
No, certainly not.
Certainly not.
Huh?
You haven't done it for, what, 10 years?
Well, it's a difficult thing to do with conventional microphones and stuff, but we found these snazzy new guitars that they make now that are acoustic electrical.
Like the Ovation you play.
Yeah,
that's right.
or the Takamine that he's playing for that matter.
Right.
Is that a signature model in Japan?
Soon to be.
Not yet, no. I just got it in a music story, you know.
Is there any of this part of this simple, back to simple music fever that seems to be sweeping a new way through rock and everybody else?
Jeez, I don't know. That's the only kind of music we play is simple music.
We play as simply as we possibly can at all times.
Yeah, right. As often as possible.
And sometimes that's not possible. But
sometimes it gets complicated, all that simplicity.
all that simplicity gets really out of hand. But the reason for going back to the acoustic set is because, number one, John Shear twisted our arms into doing it. Number two, the idea has been around for a while anyway.
Oh, yeah. There is another reason, too. There's another reason. I remember it. Dig this. There's another reason. We're playing in theaters, you know. These are theaters. Like, normally we play arenas in these colossal, gigantic places where if you had an acoustic, even an electric acoustic guitar, it would feedback horrendously, and the technical problems involved in it are just, they're hopeless in a really big place. I mean, at least they're hopeless for us. Somebody else might be able to.
I think we could do it. I think we could do it now.
Which came first, the idea of the hall or the idea of the acoustic set?
No. That's kind of like that's a non-question. I mean, we've played acoustic music before. We used acoustic instrument on records. You know what I mean? Sure. It's like we're not strangers to it. So you have to say the acoustic music came first. You know. But on the other hand, Radio City Music Hall was built before we were born. I mean, what's the question? Say it again, real slow.
The idea being that
maybe I'll pick up the main points.
The idea being fairly simply that we thought it might be a nice idea to do a stand in a few selected theaters.
Yeah.
And while we were kicking around what we might do in those places, somebody brought up the notion of playing an acoustic set, and everybody said yes. So we tried it, and it kind of works, and so we still do it.
You seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to be. It puts us all physically a lot closer together, so it's easier to hit the other guys in the band.
Right.
Without having to get up and move around a lot.
How do you explain being able to hang out together for 15 years without the benefit of drugs or alcohol?
Revenge.
Sheer intense burning.
Eventually we'll get back at each other. You know. It takes years, these plans.
How have you been able to do it?
I don't know. I don't think I could get along with anybody. Nobody else understands us.
It's a fact. The level of rolling conversation, I'm not entirely sure anybody else would really be able to follow. We talk about a whole lot of stuff that people wouldn't understand.
Yeah. We've tried it a lot. I mean, airplanes, we try it all the time. Hey, listen, man.
It sounds like a silly question, but
it is.
I'll ask it anyway if I get a silly answer.
Okay.
The tribal aspect of the music and in a sense, the spiritual aspect of the music, and the community with the kids and the horrendous following, the deadheads, etc., etc.
Oh, none of it's on purpose. I mean, it's all something that happened to us.
But we are going to incorporate it as a religion.
Yeah, any day now. As soon as we come up with some dogma or catma.
Something like that. We're going to be archbishops. We're going to wear big hats.
And miters.
Yeah, and we're going to get rich too.
It's going to be fun. Then we'll really be having
Compared
fun.
to other acts, does it feel more communal? I mean, up there, last time you met us in Square Garden, I mean, the typical laid back, here we are, we're all together, we come together, we share this music type of thing.
Well, it's hard to compare. It's hard for us to compare our experience to anybody else because we only experience what we experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's everybody says, oh yeah, it's unique and all that, but it's our reality. I mean, this is the reality that we function in. It's like this for us all the time, and we don't. That's about as much as we know about it. Honestly, you know, there is.
The Grateful Dead existence a bubble world, like a 15-year bubble?
Yeah, we're actually probably more like timeless. I think it's probably been here all along. I think we all believe in reincarnation and all that kind of stuff. I can go ahead and say
well, we're back. We want everybody to know we're back.
And we'll probably be back through another few 100,000 years. And
And then until we get it good. Until we get it right, you know.
We're just looking for work.
What were you prior to the Grateful Dead?
Ask him.
I don't know.
It's his idea.
I'm still working on that one.
He probably remembers.
What made you decide to do a 15-year retrospective? I mean, that is pretty unique.
That's like pure fiction, you know. We're not doing. That's another thing we're not doing on purpose. The truth of the matter is that as long as we've played, we've always played some amount of everything we've ever played, you know.
We're just playing as many of our old songs as we can remember.
Yeah,
we always do.
Yeah, we have a huge number of songs, and we remember lots of them sometimes.
This 15-year retrospective business was somebody else's invention.
Yeah, right. Really, because that's just our book, you know. Our 15 years is
that's a normal show.
That's the stuff we know, you know.
And like songs will normally reoccur or disappear from our repertoire. We'll get tired of doing a certain song.
Some of them don't work. Some of them die a natural death, you know. Oh, that song is a turkey, man.
Of actually going way back and bringing back some songs.
We have done that, but we do it periodically all the time anyway. Almost before every tour, we go back and resuscitate a few old tunes.
Dead's greatest hits, kind of.
Right. And,
something like that.
Anything.
Everything.
Favorites?
No, I mean, you mean personalities or styles?
Personalities.
No, not really. I mean,
Conniff.
things come in Ray Conniff, yeah.
And the Magic Springs, right?
Yeah.
Anyone you particularly don't, I mean, any type of music?
Anything that we really can't
you
stand?
hate, despise?
Well, that elevator music gets annoying.
Yeah, that's true.
But even that gets groovy sometimes.
So, yeah, I've heard some stuff that was really soul-wrenching elevator music.
Well, it's true. Makes a tear to your eye.
I was choked up. I had to get it out.
I missed my floor. I couldn't. Huh?
How do you feel about disco music?
Disco music. It's
Some of it's
danceable.
good.
Yeah, I mean, you can dance to it. It has a real good beat.
They tell me it's dead, though. Don't invest in it or anything.
Someday somebody's going to write some really great lyrics and blow everybody away.
Well, actually, some of them are.
Like,
Some of that Donna Summer stuff has some good lyrics.
Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, it's not all bad. Nothing.
What the Talking Heads just did of bringing the black rhythm into behind that cerebral stuff. Does that intrigue you at all?
All that stuff is derivative, you know what I mean? It's like, from where we're at, we've heard all the places that all that stuff is derived from already, and we derive from all those same sources. But our version of what music is just has a little more something, maybe variety or something like that. But each one of those things represents something that's sort of like what we are. It's derivative music. It's American music, derived from every source.
Can we expect maybe an album or maybe another movie to come out of this series, the New York Music Concerts?
An
We're
album,
kicking it around.
Pretty likely an album, and maybe some kind of video thing. Oh, the video simulcast. It's a video
simulcast on Halloween. One should be apprised of the fact that don't dare show up at any of the theaters where the video simulcast is going to be happening unless you really expect to be scared to death, because it's going to be very scary.
Right on.
So I mean, if you have the guts to come to the video simulcast, come on to the simulcast. But I really don't think you can do it.
Yeah.
Whose idea was this? Simulcast thing?
I don't remember, to tell you the truth. It kind of spun out, you know. I think we've actually been toying with the idea for a while. Somebody's actually done it before. The Who have done it before.
Yeah, sure.
We've done it before with regular TV, you know, like.
Real TV?
Yeah, at home we've done it with the local educational channel.
It sounds like people come in the night into your hotel rooms
I
and
beg your
have
pardon?
ideas in your shoes or something.
It's sort of like that, yeah. Well, or else they appear simultaneously in everybody's heads at once because of the enormous antenna set up by the Red Chinese off the coast of California. I think.
Video
sometimes.
simulcast. Just what I was thinking.
You're right. It's incredible, man. Incredible.
Another one. Another great idea whose time has come. It'll be just like the boxing matches, only in vivid color and stereo
like
sound, great
matches.
sound, and
live too.
And live.
But that's that's a
live.
confusing idea. But it is live. It's happening at the same time.
What's happening on the screen is happening here at the same time.
All in the same time reality, time frame.
They'll never understand.
Yeah, it's a difficult concept to
It's,
communicate. Too many words.
Mick Jagger said if he'd bring his own food, he'd like to play China. Does that intrigue you at all?
Yeah,
He could bring his own
sure.
food.
Oh, we would probably eat there.
I'd eat out. Yeah. They say some of the best food around. Oh well.
The Chinese, small but
I don't want to
tasty.
quibble with Nick, but I think he's got his head wedged.
Hey, let's not start any big fights, man.
If he can't, I mean, you know, if he can't take a little Chinese food, I mean, what kind of a man is that?
What the hell's wrong with the guy, anyway? Well, anybody got any intelligent questions?
We tried those.
Have we? That shit never works. Okay, can we call this meeting to a close? Oh, Frankin and Davis. Frankin and Davis, our old pals. Frankin and Davis, former deadheads, former Saturday Night Live fugitives.
Now hopeless.
Now bums out on the
Bums
street.
out on the street.
Just like the rest of us.
Are going to be involved in the simulcast where they'll be doing the blow by blow, as it were.
Right.
Because it'll be just like the boxing matches, you know, a big screen and all that kind of stuff.
I think I get the idea now.
So, yeah.
But live music, though.
But live music, right? Stereo sound.
Stereo sound.
Rare backstage interviews and scenes and
Too
stuff
much.
like that.
That's going to be interesting.
I don't think I got that. I don't think I got that.
It's going to be scary.
Poisonous.
Hang on to your hats.
Thank you. Okay, I guess that's it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You bet. Those cars are still coming at us.